The World Series of Poker literally changed the rules of the main event while it was happening. Chris Moneymaker just bubbled in one of the worst calls you'll ever see, and Phil Hellmuth gets heads up for a bracelet, all the drama, Neymar Jr., blah, 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 and more on.
You're a champion.
Hi, I'm Clark Kent. The World Series of Poker, in dramatic news, decided to implement a shot clock in the main event in the middle of the tournament. Well, not even the middle, the end of the tournament. What happened was, with 72 players left in the main, four-time bracelet winner Lauren Klein, and that's not a female Jew, it's a male Christian. He might be Jewish. He did an all-in, except he did a fruity little one chip behind. So basically, he went all in, but left a single chip back, so not all in. You know what I mean? Now, what happened next is the reason, or one of the reasons, why players do this. So 80th to 72nd place paid $105,000, and then 71st place to 63rd paid $125,000. So he needed one more player to bust, and then he makes $20,000 more. This is deep. Day 6, day 7 of the main event, whatever it was. Now he goes all in except for one chip, and his opponent, goes all in covering him basically, but his opponent says to him, being friendly, "I'm gonna let you tank for the pay jump," fully aware of why Lauren left one chip behind. And then they both sat there not playing for 15 minutes until somebody called the clock or some shit, and then Lauren didn't even get the pay jump and busted. But people were pissed. Why? Because this is effectively stealing from the other tables. Imagine, in theory, an entire table. There's 9 tables left in the main event, and they all make a pact to not play a single hand for the rest of the day, while inevitably players at other tables busted. Now, sure, at the end of the day, those 9 players who decided to just freeze would have less big blinds than whoever's left from the other tables when they jump back in. But in exchange, all 9 of the non-playing table would guarantee themselves to go from like 105K each, say, with 72 left, to at least like 44th place, and get jumps all the way up to 215,000. Now, this is just me very simplifying tanking, known as playing slowly on purpose. This has been an ongoing problem forever, blah, blah, blah. However, the main event has never had a shot clock. All the high rollers do, da-da-da. Tons of other places, WPT has implemented it, because we have people to call the clock, right? We don't need a shot clock if you guys would stop being pussies and call clock on these fucking Euros. But anyway, like a giant corporation being accused of racism, snap firing everyone. The next day, WSOP, soft as fuck, overnight, implement a 20-second shot clock for the first time ever, out of nowhere, just because some people made some angry TikToks. And now the players, playing for the most money they'll ever play for in their life, have 20 seconds pre-flop per choice and 30 seconds post-flop per choice. Each player does get 6 30-second time extensions, but yeah, it's the typical time bank system, but like, what the fuck, dude? We've been asking the WSOP to implement this forever, but with 50 left in the main, you can't just do this. It's like literally the NFL just randomly deciding to ban pads and a helmet in the 4th quarter of the Super Bowl, or like remove the play clock. I also, though, disagree with all the hate Lauren Klein himself got for stalling. Some of the most fun I've ever had while playing poker is colluding with an entire table for a pay jump. There was one time in the 3K6 max, I only had to convince 5 other people, hey guys, there's not enough floor to cover, let's just stall and make the money. And we had a great time. It's really the only time poker has ever felt like a team game. And also, guys, you want to be all high and mighty on your fucking TikToks. This is a 20K pay jump. I bet most of the people giving him shit for game integrity would be willing to eat somebody else's chip stack for 20K. But everyone was getting pissed. They did it. It is what it is. Okay, I'm getting jealous with all this main event talk. 72 left, 50 left. I know we're down to the final table and we'll get to that later, but can we go back and see somebody bubble or something?
All right, we've got a bigger full house over here.
Who stone bubbled?
The one and only Chris Moneymaker. Chris, I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh my God. My fellow coworker and reverse vision board dad bot image, Chris Moneymaker. He stone bubbled? What was the hand? Kings versus aces? Queens versus ace king? Oh, he called with Jack 9 on 8-7-7-8-8 on the stone bubble of the main event. Wow! This is why that guy never wins. Oh wait. Chris did an interview? Okay, I'm sure he'll explain. Dude, honestly, he's one of the best players. Like, I really trust him. Surely he has some explanation and not just some stupid ass fishy.
I mean, I'm going for the win.
I was going for the win. Now, Chris actually did break even because everybody kind of knows now the WSOP pays out the stone bubble more than the bubble, right? They get a 25K package. So not only that, Chris got 10K because 3 players had to chop the 2 bubble packages, whatever. But he also got this amazing photo. That was some tasty pain. Do we have any more? I need more pain. Can I have some more people in pain?
Have you ever seen a punt like this in the main event?
Wow, Kev, nice Gen Z curls. You look like you're about to sell me workout equipment and stock pics on TikTok.
Raised to 11K. The small blind re-raises to 37,000. I'm calling. Queen 7-3 2 spades. My opponent c-bets, but it's super small, so I peel the flop. Turn 3 of hearts. He checks, and now I'm thinking this is my opportunity. I bet 40K, and he doesn't think long. He snap calls. River 6 of clubs. He snap checks the river, and everything he has done in this hand indicates he is weak showdown. So I trust my read, and I go all in. He looks disgusted, and he flicks in the call with just 1 chip. My heart sinks, and he is ace queen, and I just punted 100 big blinds in the worst exit of my career.
That's some good quality paint. You could tell when it's real. Kevin tweeted, at least he got an exit row after all that. And he's right, you get more leg room, and if the plane crashes, you die first, so win-win. No, but good credit to Kevin for acknowledging that the guy outplayed him. A lot of pros and vloggers and content creators only acknowledge hands from their end, and they don't admit that the other players outplayed them. I don't know what that's like. Damn, though, I'm almost full on pain, but it's the main event. I should probably get some dessert, right? Can we have a dessert menu, waiter? Do we have something really, really, really painful, like a kid getting his hopes and dreams snuffed out?
You have just wrapped up day 6 of the main event. How does it feel to hear that?
I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing. I'm really, really loving it.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Them available. What'll it be? It's a doubles.
See if Trayner can defend. He's so short.
Odd stopping down.
And he's found a piece on an 8-8-4 board. In it all goes.
Go Jumalon calls. Trayner in great shape.
If you would. What's it gonna be? It's the 9!
My word.
God damn, that's brutal. Not only did he final table bubble, but he busted in the #1 most fucking heartbreaking way to bust. Max pain zone of the main event and getting a little pair counterfeited with bigger 2-pair on board. Well, that was some tasty pain. But what did that kid do to the poker gods to deserve such a fate? No. He did what? He tricked my friend Soheb, the 17-time or whatever ring winner and friend who won a bracelet in my house with 120 left in the main.
We can see the 4-bet here. Trayner puts in the 5th bet, Ollie. And Soheb, a non-believer.
No, in
It's
fact,
simple as that.
Soheb got so stubborn, and he immediately knew he'd walked right into it. Very frustrating, obviously.
Pump the brakes a little, but there it is. I'm sure some of Trayner's...
Soheb played for 5 days and cashed for $65K. $10,000 a day? What is this, slave labor? No, I'm kidding. I've actually obviously seen the clip. And I told Soheb when I saw him, usually 5-bet ranges in the main event are aces plus. He said thanks. I also asked Soheb, no regrets though, right? And he said, ha, some regret. Now also making Deeb runs were Sean Deeb and Hossein Enson and Brock Willada. Let me see Uncle Rico win some money.
EWAS, you like a 2.7 to 1. I can't get involved with stuff on the table.
Bill just won $2,700 throwing that. He lost $50K punting in that tournament, and I wonder what's gonna happen when he has to go to the kick phase. Get hit, pump pass kick. I would want to see who he would have blamed if he failed. The felt is its standard, honey. Honey, I have my underwear on. Now, obviously the WSOP main event has their final table. Play has stopped and will be continuing on August 3rd on actual ESPN2, not this ESPN Plus bullshit that nobody could fucking find because for some reason darts is a category, but you have to manually type in poker. It was a catastrophe. I was excited for ESPN. Not if it's 2,000 concurrent viewers, guys. What the fuck? Anyway, look at this group of future millionaires. Amazing. See that kid in the back with the Bob Does Sports hat on? Just shout out Bob Does Sports. Please let me play golf on your channel. Anyway, that guy's name is Lucas Jumalone, and he has a massive chip lead going into the final table. Exciting. But I don't want to get ahead. We'll get into them next episode. Now, some people like this dumbass just think that because the table doesn't have legend status crushers like Alex Fox and Sean Deeb and Mark Loves Casinos, that this final table is going to be boring. But dickhead, one, how are we supposed to get new names if we don't watch it? And two, it's always like this in the main event. I remember being a casual poker fan and being like, oh, why isn't Phil Ivey there every time? It's like, because there's 9,200 people. There's a lot of players. Shut the fuck up, all right? We got Traytons and all the other stupid high roller tournaments to see the great players. I really like to see a bunch of like mid-stakes or amateurs or, you know, someone's divorced dad play for millions in the highest spot of their life. And the biggest. The highest. This year's main event was down in entries, and people don't really know why. People think Trump or something because Euros. I don't even know, but had 9,200 entries, which fell short of last year's 9,735 entries, and 2024's this many, which was like the biggest ever. That's a lot of $16 hot dog combos. Maybe those were, no wait, I don't even get that joke. Now, before a quick little tidbit, Phil Hellmuth and Sean Deeb did a little crossbook where Phil Hellmuth's son was selling at a big markup before the series, and it annoyed everybody that he was selling at 1.4. So Sean Deeb offered to put a bet up against Phil Hellmuth's grown-up cum, saying, hey, Phil Hellmuth, I'll match whatever he cashes for, basically. That's what a crossbook is. So it's like basically you're playing double the tournament. So say I enter a 500, I can also, if like say some rich dude thinks I suck, be like, here, Phil Nagy, I'll give you $500, but if I win, you gotta pay me that much. So it's a big risk for that person to win a little bit of money. Anyway, Phil Hellmuth Jr. didn't cash, but Cooper Hellmuth did make 15K. Is that a joke like Cooper Manning, or did he really have another son?
This video is all about Nick Hellmuth. In his first World Series of Poker main event, he managed to cash. So proud of him. He's just such a great person. Like, everybody knows that. That's his reputation spreading quickly. Nick, so proud of you. You made it today through 3 10-hour days.
Yeah, wow. He seems super excited, Dad. I don't care about this story. Now, speaking of Mr. Philly Phil, the 5K 8 Max, one of the most desperate last stabs of the series, like third to last event, hosted one of the more interesting final tables of the summer, with Phil Hellmuth chasing another bracelet and his record-leading 17 or 18, Nicky P chasing another hilarious tweet and how, you know, since I was a kid, I was meant to win this, and Jew New York friend to the channel, Darren Rabinowitz. Now, look at Phil Hellmuth in the lead up to the final table, act like one of the best poker players in the world, and lock in and play like a gentleman. Yes! Oh my god, wow, how does he find that call with aces? And what class, being so childish, spilling his chips in the middle even though he knows the dealer's gonna have to stack them up and count them again? Because also you're gonna win the fucking pot? What a class act. Now, Hellmuth went on to get heads up against Darren, our boy, pro with 5 million in live earnings, and Phil Hellmuth.
The poker world, I'm pretty depressed to finish second at 34 million.
Damn, GG Phil. You should probably just stick to what you're good at, dude.
How much you want to make a bet I can throw a football over the mountains?
Neymar, the world famous Brazilian footballer and world famous DJen who plays poker during his kid's birthday celebration, finally busted the stupid ass World Cup just in time to make it to Vegas for the end of the World Series of Poker, and in time to fire the $10,000 Six Max, one of the most prestigious events among pros. After Brazil lost to Norway in the World Cup, he just came to Vegas to play in the event like an awful nit. Now, if I was Brazilian, I'd, one, probably be dead in the favelas from talking shit to the wrong person, but second, I'd be so happy to live in, you know, a country with the hottest women on earth. Oh, and third, I'd be pissed at Neymar. Yeah, like, what are you, fucking checking the schedule before every World Cup match to see what event he can make it in time for while being highly aware he's already in the same country? The answer is yes. You lose to Norway, white people, and you go play poker at 10K and laugh? That is not vamos. Anyway, David Peters ended up taking down the 10K Six Max for $1 million, and as a reward, he got to hug his hot wife. Look at what poker can do for you guys. You get to win $1 million, have a really cute baby, and marry a girl like this, like Haley, even though you're Ed Sheeran with none of the cool. But congratulations, David. If you want to stop the crippling loneliness and get a wife and baby, use the code RDP, play CoinPoker. My monthly free roll is coming soon this month, but it's the fucking Battle of Malta. It's the biggest guarantee series CoinPoker's ever ran. There's a $215, $1 million guaranteed, all types of shit. Play from the USA, play on your phone, da-da-da-da. The 1K Super Turbo, the very last stab or depression sad get even chance of the summer, finished. And the winner of the $216,000 was Shi Wang. Guys, can we stop writing trans jokes? Shi Wang? Oh my God, that's a guy? What the fuck? Now, I don't like to talk about moms on the channel, you know me, but giving your son that name, Shi Wang for that. Oh, who won the $300 Gladiator? That's always fun to see, like, the dream stab run. Like, I got third in Colossus that year for 400 for 209K. Those type of come-ups. Hello? Oshana, you good, bro? Does he know he just won 250K? Yeah. Did you oversell your action or something? Fist bump someone? High five? Maybe a fucking smile? Hello? This dude looks like Kirby if he sucked up Madisau and got Misery as his power-up. Now, moving on to what has got to be the worst bad beat of the summer. Jared Grenier, an American pro with 3.3 live tournament earnings, got ambushed at his Airbnb after cashing out all of his winnings for the summer at the WSOP cage. He was tackled, threatened, and made to play Parcheesi, while two guys took his backpack. That's not even funny. This is actually sick. With all his cash in it, which was at least 50K because that's how much he cashed for in the main. That sucks, dude. Yo, this is obviously a horrible story, and I'm really sorry that happened to you, Jared, but I'm not trying to say told you so, but this is why it's always good to have low-level employees as human shields at your Airbnb. Or, in the future, do what I do. Store your winnings in a video poker machine. Cops are investigating and blah, 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 but that sucks. You would think it would happen a little more often, I guess, with cash coming? I don't know, dude. Now, on to the 2026 WSOP Player of Year race. We've been covering it all summer, coming down to the wire. And I wrote a whole thing about Sean Deeb winning again, just at the end, and how exciting this was, a photo finish. But you know what I came to find out after Nick and I wrote a whole segment? Those WSOP Bahamas packages that the winners get are for 2027. And that's right, because the WSOP, for some fucking reason, is including Bahamas in Player of the Year for the first time in 2026. So it's not over until after December tournaments, and I don't care. I mean, I do care. It's very interesting, but like, I can't make it the main story on this channel anymore. Like, the drama we missed, it was so much, man. It was so exciting, and all down to the wire, and Sean Deeb made a deep run just to get deep in the main and finish 15th and whatever, dude. Now, some drama we did miss with this, though, was Hellmuth being a spicy cunt the other week, throwing shade at Sean Deeb, who was down money at that point in the summer, but still in the top 3 for Player of the Year.
I think if you lose money at the World Series of Poker, you should not win Player of the Year. What are we doing? It's a massive advantage to this. Just fire, 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 and have no regard for money. It's also comical for me to hear Sean Deeb defend like he's 100% right.
I know it seems fucked up to win Player of the Year and be down money, but it is actually easy to happen when you play 1500s and 250Ks on the same schedule. If you look at it at buy-ins, how poker pros should and do, Deeb is up a ton. But then Deeb shut Hellmuth the fuck up by running so deep in the main, he actually made his summer money profitable too, busting 15th for 410K. Now, after coming into the summer with a massive lead because WSOP Europe, Sean Deeb had, you know, back-to-back second places, da-da-da-da-da. Hi, I'm Ryan Depaulo here for DGen Debrief with Sean Deeb, who's still in the lead for Player of Year, right?
Barely. You know, I have done pretty poorly in Vegas.
He didn't cash for the first 2 weeks of the summer and was having a losing summer when Hellmuth, you know, threw the shade. That let Alex Fox in and Nahi Kohara, who won 2 bracelets in a week, take the lead. But then all the way down to the wire, after the main event run, Deeb was still slightly behind Alex Foxen. And then in the second to final event, all 3, Foxen, Deeb, and Chiara, with the Player of the Year so neck and neck, they all ended up in the final 10 of the 25K horse somehow. What the fuck? It's like as if the Player of the Year is accurately measuring who are good players this year. I mean, how do they end up all in the final 10? Is this a measurement of greatness? Oh, maybe it's working. Maybe they fixed the scoring. Anyway, Sean Deeb was very excited that the guy bubbled. The guy who went on to win the tournament busted Foxen to bubble the final table, and Deeb was like,
I was very big for Player of the Year. So I'm now probably leading Player of the Year.
And the guy was like, I don't give a fuck, you fat shit. Get out of my...
It's the Trooper.
Come on, guys. No, I told you in Vegas I want to stop doing these. I kind of think like we're bullying
This is
him.
CoinPoker's code RDP Trooper moment.
No, stop. Seriously, we need a better way to end the show. We can't keep doing this. I won this trophy off, like, it's like, why are we still doing...
All my money. This is all mine. Harry's my slave.
Dude, I don't want to do that. If Trooper had a slave, that would be the only time a slave taught his master how to read. I can't stop.
Make the booty bounce on the dance floor.
Now, he doesn't deserve any applause. He called with King Jack.